storm's coming.
Every year, millions of imperfect babies are born, destined for a life of struggle and hardship. But it is the rest of us who pay the ultimate cost. Billions of dollars that could be used to better society are instead wasted on the malformed. There must be a better way, and there is. Agenda 21 is coming soon.
Agenda 21 proposes a global regime that will monitor, oversee, and strictly regulate our planet's oceans, lakes, streams, rivers, aquifers, seabeds, coastlands, wetlands, forests, jungles, grasslands, farmlands, deserts, tundras, and mountains. It even has a whole section on regulating and protecting the atmosphere. It proposes plans for cities, towns, suburbs, villages, and rural areas. It envisions the global scheme for healthcare, education, nutrition, agriculture, labor, production, and consumption. In short, everything. There is nothing on, in, over, or under the earth that doesn't fall within the purview of some part of Agenda 21.
The earth just cannot handle the sheer number of humans who live here. Something has to give. And I believe that it's up to us who have lived a good life to make sure that our children will have the opportunity to live good lives too. I have lived a good life.
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 So now, without further ado, let me introduce Dr. Michael Kaufman.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here today. I've been looking forward to this for a couple months now, and hope that I can give you some information. You've heard a lot of information about specific things going on that are kind of disjointed, if you understand what I'm saying, because this happens over here and this happens over there. Well, there is a common thread that ties them all together. It's called Agenda 21. Agenda 21, a 40-chapter document basically that covers every aspect of our life. It really impacts everything that we do. I came into it as a scientist in realizing we were being told a lie. I was doing the research on acid rain and global climate change. By 1992, I realized that there really was not any evidence to support man-caused global warming, as you heard already from John this morning. Even back there, it was pretty obvious. And so I quit my job, started a consulting firm to try to help people understand what's going on. I knew it was going to be economically tight for us, and it was. There was many years of starvation. But now I'm excited to see how people are coming to begin to realize that our government is not doing anything for us and is doing everything against us. So one of the principal authors of Agenda 21 is an organization by the name of the IUCN. We'll talk about that. I have to talk about that. That's in your backyard. You don't even know it. The IUCN wrote Agenda 21. It developed a smart growth protocol. It pushed biodiversity and the Convention on Biological Diversity, global warming. The IUCN is behind all of it. Now, who is the IUCN? It basically is the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. A reasonable estimate for an industrialized world society at the present North American material standard of living is 1 billion people. That has to be done in the next 50 years. And earlier, when the environmentalists didn't know who I was, I would attend some of the meetings and so forth and talk to some of this leadership afterwards or during or whatever. This subject would come up. I'd make sure it came up. And I'd ask them, well, what do you mean 1 billion people? That means you have to kill 80% of the human population between now and the next 50 years, and that was 20 years ago. And they said, well, that just has to be done if we're going to save planet Earth. I mean, that's what they would tell me. And I said, well, why don't you provide some leadership and offer yourself up as an example on the altar of nature? You know, I expected them to fire back something. They had, all of them to a person, had a shocked look on their face that I would even suggest such a thing. And their response to a person was, well, we have to be around to make sure it gets done right. You know, it's shocking to realize what these people believe in, and they believe in it to the core of their bone.
For millions of years, this lake thrived. But now it is dying. Poisoned by humans who put themselves above nature. It's time to stop the killing. It's time to heal our planet. It's time to remove your footprint. Agenda 21 is coming soon.
Now, the person who has been primarily responsible for sustainable development and bringing it through the whole global process is a guy by the name of Stephen Rockefeller. Stephen Rockefeller is the son of Nelson Rockefeller, governor of New York in the early 1970s.
This has been in the agenda for a long time. They want to dramatically reduce the population so that, for their point of view, they have a population number they can handle.